Hey guys, it's Anna again. I recently, as in like 2 days ago, had the opportunity of getting to speak at the first annual Recess Film Festival at Oak Mountain High School, where it was a film festival for high school students by high school students, where a bunch of really cool videos were presented, and I was lucky enough to have a student at my local high school, Malka Davis, who I also consider to be a friend, make a fan fiction video for the plot of The Gifted. That video can be found on the left side of my page. If you go under appearances and promotional info, underneath the Recess Film Festival information, there is the video that she made. But anyway, I'm talking with my hands, you can't see them, that's not important. After the video was presented, I had the opportunity to speak about the plot itself and to read an excerpt. And I told everyone that I would post that video, and the video is posted online, but the acoustics weren't that great, and it's kind of hard to really hear and get the whole feeling, I guess, if you will, for the piece. So I'm going to read it now. Keep in mind, I always give this disclaimer before I read something, but keep in mind, this is the first draft and things really could change, but I hope you guys enjoy it. A little background information on the piece that I'm about to read. The characters that you need to know are Beth, who is the only human to survive being implanted by one of the epidermis, which is Greek for invader, which are what the things that are in the infestation are called. Ben, who is a human currently living with one of the epidermis in his head. Rose, obviously the protagonist, and Alexa, the Scorpio, who is also Rose's best friend. What's happening right now in this story is Rose is getting ready to go to a gala, if you will, for the epidermis because she's currently playing a double agent with them. She's in a hotel and they think that she is one of them, but she's not, and she's getting ready to go to this gala where the final battle of book one is planned. And so this is her getting ready and really what's just going on with her head, and I guess I'll start now. The dress was breathtaking. The red satin glowed like smoldering embers against my skin, and the light reflected off the crystals in a kaleidoscope of color. It clung like elastic around my stomach and fell from my hips to the floor with a single slit coming nearly all the way up to my hip. I could actually move my legs if I needed to, and, well, no one doubted that I would need to tonight. The dress itself was amazing, but the small details Alexa had added took me beyond that. She'd braided a halo around my head with my hair falling in loose waves. Alexa, I said, shaking my head. I had no words to convey what I was feeling. Stop gawking at yourself like that. It was nothing, she said, but she was smiling. It's not nothing. I couldn't have pulled this off on my own. Thank you. Here, put these on, Beth said, handing me a pair of red gloves, pointedly looking at the floor. Beth, why aren't you looking at me? I asked, taking the gloves. She flushed and stammered. It's just too much. I can't do it. Oh, I said. I'd forgotten I could still overwhelm her, unlike the others. I'm sorry, she said, leaving the room. I looked in the mirror and watched her leave. I gestured to the red dress and said to Alexa, Hey, at least no one will be able to see the blood. She handed me 2 small daggers. She said, Here, put these in your gloves. They're little pockets right by the seams. Yeah, there, she nodded as I slid the knives into place. I took my knife belt from her. I ran my thumb across the worn leather. I'd had that belt from the first few weeks of living on my own. I made it myself, added the extra holes as I grew, and repaired it as it weathered. That belt had been my security blanket and the sign of my resilience. I adapted. I grew. I learned. There was a time that I wouldn't have ever considered taking my knives off, yet now, as I held them, I didn't want to put them back on. What did that say about me now? Rose, Alexa said. I shook my head and exhaled. I made myself unbutton the sheaths from the belt and attach them to the garter around my left thigh. As long as I walked straight, no one would see the leather strap around my leg. My 2 kukri knives and my 2 daggers. 4 blades. My only weapons against the massive epidermis in that ballroom. I swallowed and tightened the leather strap tighter. All that's left now is the shoes, Alexa said, smirking. I'd wanted boots, and boots were exactly what I received. Only I didn't get my steady leather combat boots like I wanted. No, I got shiny pointed-toe leather boots that came halfway up my leg. They were sturdy enough to stand in, maybe even to run, but I had serious doubts about fighting in them. My vote had been overruled, though. My hands shook as I put them on. I looked back up at Alexa and said, "Tell me the plan again." She sighed and said, "It's simple. You go down to the ballroom and meet Adrian. Carefully, though. Carefully, so you don't accidentally have a repeat of last night. Stop cringing. It happened. Get over it. After you let us know you're in, Ben is going to order the room service and steal the bellhop's uniform and cart. That's where Beth and I will hide so he can get us down to the ballroom. Then he'll open the right side while you go and open the left so Parker and Brad can lead in the army on both sides. We'll have them trapped, Rose. There'll be no escape." "For either one of us," I added. The plan was good as it could get, really, but I had an increasingly bad feeling about it. Brad had seen two separate futures for this night. One ending with us winning and, well, the other with me standing over my friends' bloody bodies after a massacre. A 50-50 chance wasn't exactly reassuring. A knock at the bathroom door made me jump. Ben peeked inside at me and his jaw dropped. I smiled and said smugly, "What? You see something you like?" He coughed, rubbing at his nose, and said, well, maybe I thought you were ravishing until you opened your mouth and reminded me it was you." "Ravishing. Good choice, Ben. Really. It's not like I could actually get eaten alive tonight or anything." "Not funny, little Cancer. Not funny at all," he said. I walked past him and looked around the living room. "This is the last time I'm going to see this place, isn't it?" He was surprised and said, "You sound almost sad." "I guess I am. It's always hard leaving someplace." Ben said from behind me, "No, it's not. It's hard leaving the memories made there." I shrugged. "Nothing significant really happened here, though." "Well, maybe that's why. Maybe because it's the one place you don't have any bad memories of." I laughed bitterly. You know your life is screwed up when you count not having traumatic memories in a place as a blessing. Or it could be a sign of a life full of adventure. I turned back towards him and said, "Yeah, well, it'd be nice to actually choose which adventure I'd take for once." "That's where you're wrong, little Cancer. We don't choose the adventures we take. The adventures choose us. It's up to us to rise to the occasion." "Careful there, Ben. Someone might mistake you for giving a damn." He laughed. "We wouldn't want that, now would we?" I faked a smile and the silence in the room grew heavy. Through the glass of the window we could see the city underneath the clear night sky. It was alive, beautiful, and completely oblivious to us. And I was afraid. "You can still back out, Rose," he said. I didn't trust my voice, so I shook my head and took in a deep, shaky breath. Ben walked me to the door and we stared at the empty hall. My stomach was in my throat. I had never been so afraid in my life. I couldn't go back. As soon as I stepped out of that door, I was going to be alone. I turned and crushed Ben in a hug. Tears threatened, but I prayed they wouldn't spill. I said into his shoulder, "If tonight doesn't go well, I want to thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my friend even though you never had to. I just..." "Shh." Ben hushed me, stroking my hair. I didn't even care if he messed it up. He whispered, "This isn't goodbye. Not even by a long shot, little Cancer. We'll both make it out tonight. You'll see." So that was the excerpt. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope it was understandable. I kind of stammer some when I first start, but if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, shoot me an email like always, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Hey guys, it's Anna again. I start every video like that. Red dress and said to Alexa, "Hey, really? What's video? Blah 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 blah."